Welcome back to the Cryptoverse YouTube channel, guys. My name is Brandon and I am back with another video for you guys today. Today I'm going to be giving you guys an update on Harmony. From the last video, I talked about a trend line that potentially got broken, but we fell back under it and closed below it. But today we are attempting to break out of this trend line again, so that is what we're going to talk about today for Harmony. So let's roll the intro and let's hop straight on into Harmony. Welcome to the Cryptoverse, guys. So let's start off by looking at coin market cap. So Harmony is currently up almost 5.5%. The market cap is sitting at 813 million, up 5% today, and the trading volume is down 4%, but price is still rising. So let's start off by jumping into the chart. So yesterday in my video I talked about this trend line here that formed from May 26th of this year. We got a couple touches. We got a touch here, one touch there, touch there, touch there. So this trend formed here, and then we got a touch there. So this trend has been formed, and as you can see, we came up, got rejected off of it pretty hard on some very nice volume on July 7th. And just last week we came up again, touched it, got rejected off of the trend line again. And then just a couple days ago we broke out of the trend line, and then we ended up closing back within the trend line. We actually closed a decent amount of way off of the trend line. We closed, it was only 3%, but it's still a pretty far close off of this trend line. And as you guys can see, for today we are attempting to break back out of this trend line here. But if you check the volume there, the volume is very low and the price is moving up. So that is kind of suspicious to me, showing me that maybe there isn't any, institutional buying here, since the price is going up, but the volume is very, very low. But this is still a good thing. We are still above the moving averages, like I was saying previously. We're above the 20 and the 50. And if we were to check the other ones, we are currently below the 200 moving average, and we're also currently below the 100 moving average on the daily chart. So if we were to go under the hood and check this out on the 4-hour chart and see what's going on, we are back above the 20 moving average, and we're also back above the 50 moving average here. And we also are seeing some nice volume come in here. So also, guys, I don't use the normal volume anymore with just the white bars. I've started using this wick-off volume because it helps me identify what is high volume, what is ultra high volume, and so on and so forth. So the purple is ultra high volume, red is very high volume, orange is high volume, green is normal volume, blue low volume, and the gray is very low volume, just for the people who might have been wondering what those were. But yes, I use this wick-off volume now because it helps me identify what the volume really is, because I used to have trouble identifying like what is very high volume. So for this 4-hour chart, looks like we are following this line here, or this trend line here that formed. Or you also, matter of fact, let's do it from the second one, since this is the second point that started the trend here. And we can also throw on our handy dandy trend fib based tool. So as you guys can see, we basically got rejected off the 50% level when we broke out of the trend for the first time. Broke out of this trend line for the first time here. We got rejected off the 50% level, and then we got pushed back down basically to where we broke out, basically started this trend here, because we broke out back here. This is our resistance level here, so we broke out here, and then we sat under it for a while, and then we broke out of it again. So we basically are just coming back, sitting back on our resistance or support now. Resistance now turns support. We are basically sitting back on our support level, regaining some strength for our next attempt to break above this high here, close to our 50% level. If we can get above our 50% level, then I will have more confidence that this move will continue to the upside, which my target for this next leg up is around like 12 cents. Because if we go back to the daily chart, that is where our next major level of structure is. we tested around 12 cent a lot back here, and that is also a 200. That will be a 200% move of this trend here that formed. I'm thinking we might potentially be coming to the 11 cent, this 11 cent here at the golden pocket. But I'm not saying that we can't, you know, do a 200% move of this here, which is actually about 64% away if we were to go to the 200%, and only about basically 50% if we go to 11 cent, which would put us back above the day that started this trend here, the May 26th, which would be a very good sign. Even better, or best case scenario, which I don't think we are ready to do just yet, will be if we could get above this May 19th day, the day that started all of this. Basically was May 19th, the day that shifted the sentiment to we're in a bear market type stuff. And as you can also see, we also got a very large range candle on some pretty nice volume, on some ultra high volume. As you see, it's purple. So that was a day that shifted the sentiment into the bear. But if we could get above this day, that would be very nice at 18 cent. But I do not think we are ready to do that just yet. And then let's just check out the weekly chart, see what's going on, for the bigger picture of things, long term. So let's just get rid of this yellow line here. So as you guys can see, we are slowly creeping up. We got higher close for last week. So we had a close here, then we got a higher close. Volume was basically the same. This week basically just started. We're only about 3 days into this week. What is today? Today's Wednesday. So yeah, we're about 3 days into this week. Volume still pretty low for this week. I want to see higher volume come in. Like I said, if we go back to the daily chart, I want to see some higher volume when we break this here. Right now we are still very low volume, still 6 hours left in this daily candle though, so we could potentially see some volume come in at like the last second. But if we do get a close above this trend line, that would be nice, and then maybe we can hold above this 23.6 level here potentially, or maybe we fall back into this area here, that looks like it's an area of build up for this trend here. Since we were in this, we kind of came into it, we went into it, kind of lost it, and then we basically just come back, sit in it. But this is an area of like charge up here that I'm looking at for Harmony, between 7 cent and like 0.73 and 0.77. That's like the charge up area that I'm looking at. Or you could also bring it down to here. This is charge up area. But the support for Harmony as of right now is sitting at 0.03. We need that level to hold. If we start to break below 0.073, then it starts to look a little bit nasty for this move here that's happening. And also, if Bitcoin starts to poop itself, then Harmony will potentially start to poop itself also. But ultimately, we don't want to see this low here get broken. If we get a close, or even multiple closes below this low, then that will just invalidate this trend, and we have to start looking for another trend to form. And those trends forming can take up to a long time. As you see, this trend here took 5 days to put in the top, and then we retraced for 1 day to put in the bottom to start this thing, because you need 2 points. You got point 1, and then you need your point B, which is the retrace. So we got, and I'll just throw on the trend base to show you guys this here, if I can delete it there. Okay, so I usually just grab this, take it from the low to the high and to the retrace, and then you get your trend there. As you guys see, the 50%, like I said, we got bounced off of that. All in all, for Harmony, short term, it's looking okay. I'm kind of undecided. I need to see what tomorrow's bar is going to look like, because it is also looking like we are going to be getting an inside bar for today's candle, also on low volume. So I need to see what tomorrow's candle looks like before I can determine where I think this is going. But still, long-term bullish on Harmony, like I say in almost every video. So that is it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll have my Twitter link in the description below and my Discord link for people who want to, join that, share ideas, and just help each other, grow as investors, because that is the whole purpose of this channel, is to help you guys and to help myself grow as an investor. So guys, see you guys in the next one. Cryptoverse out of here.